What's up, Dreamer? DWG here. Let's get it. Earlier today, I was watching a video from Game Dev Journey, and he was talking about different people who were putting together their game studios. And I figured, what the hey, I might as well show people what I put together for myself, my quote unquote game studio. This is also where I like to do my writing or anything creative. I do it in this space. I'm very proud of this space because I don't know how to build anything. I'm not a really handyman type of guy. And this is something that I, put together myself. All this stuff that you're looking at, almost about 85% of it is used stuff. If you don't mind used stuff, and I don't mind used stuff, no shame in it, right? If you don't got it, you just ain't got it. And we all know that money is tight. But that table right there, used. The figurines, used. The walls and everything like that, I went around and got it used. People weren't using it anymore. They said, yeah, hey, if you want to haul it away, take it. I took it and I put it in here and I built myself a little space, right? And there's no shame in it. There's no shame in being poor, y'all. And this is something that I hope to build it into something better one day. But you know what? Even if it never becomes anything better than this, I'm still proud of it. I'm proud to produce my Dream Right Go right from this space because I built it. Those things right there, they look pretty cool. I got those used. They're just totally used. And I'm going to put them up on the wall one day. And here goes a picture of the camera that I'm using to film this right now. And that's how I do my overhead shots. Okay, everybody, I hope that you enjoyed that tour. Let's jump straight on to the topic. I'm going to talk about 3D Blender or Blender 3D. This is 3.3.1. Now, a little bit of history. Back in the day when I first got into 3D, the very first tool I ever used was 3D Max. So in the back of my mind, 3D Max was always the way that it was supposed to be. However, Blender is the tool that I would say today that you definitely would want to go with. If you're a beginner, go with Blender. If you're a professional, start getting with Blender, in my opinion, okay? Now, being that 3D Max is the first thing that was in the back of my brain concerning 3D, there are certain things that I kind of wish that was inside of Blender, and there are certain things that are inside of Blender that makes me feel a little more comfortable, okay? One of those things is quad view. Now, I'm going to go underneath the view area and toggle quad view. And here you have the user perspective. You got your top, front, and right. Now, if you don't like the way that it is right now, you can press the N key and then go to view. And then from there, go to quad view and remove this check mark right here, this lock rotation. And then you can change, I'm going to press the N key again to make that go away. You can change what you see. So I'm going to make this into the user perspective. I'm going to click the top. Nope. I'm going to click the top here and I'm going to press the number 1. I'll just make that front, leave that as top. Down here, I'll click it and make it into right. Now, here's the one problem that I have, and it's a small problem, and I don't think anybody really cares about it but me. But if I wanted to leave things this way, I can't. If I was to leave out of here and go back in to Blender, what'll happen is underneath the quad view, it will go back to the way it was. See what I'm saying? It won't stay that way. And it's a little bit of a surprise to me because everything in Blender is so customizable, but there's no way for me to save this the way that I want it to be. You know what I mean? It's a very small thing, and I hardly doubt that anybody in Blender is worried about this thing. Again, that's probably the only thing that I'm probably the only person that even cares about it. However, if somebody from Blender happens to see this, could you make it so that I can configure this and lock it, like I can save it and it always stay that way? All right, so if you like quad view, this is how you can get to it, and that's how you can change it. Let's go ahead on out of quad view and go back to the normal view. Now, watch my cursor, okay? I'm gonna put this back into user perspective. Watch my cursor. I'm gonna go to the top corner up here. It's gonna turn into a plus sign. I'm left clicking with the mouse and dragging this out to make it into 2 screens. This screen here is going to be my user perspective. And over here on the left, I'm going to use the 1 key, 3 key, 9 key, 7 key to change the different views. And there's some other keys that you can use to make other changes with it, as well as zooming in and zooming out and so forth. Now, If you are more of a visual person, of which I am, I'm not really big on keyboard shortcuts. I'm not saying that you shouldn't learn them. They're very useful and they're very quick if you can master them. However, I like a visual approach. So I want to show you something here. If you go to Edit, Preference, and then underneath Add-ons, you probably will be up here. So you want to go down and click on Add-ons. Go to this one right here, 3D View, 3D Navigation. Click that. Then exit on out of there. Let's just close that down. Now, from here, in the left pane, I'm going to click the N key or press the N key. And underneath View, you are going to see 3D navigation. It's going to open up and you have this 3D navigation and everything. However, you have all this other stuff there as well. So let's put it on its own tab. I'm going to press the N key to remove that, go back to Edit, Preference, and then underneath 3D View, where it says Tab Category, I'm going to remove View, and I'm going to put Nav. Go ahead and X out of there, come back, and I'm going to press the N key to open this up, and you will notice that the change that I'm talking about is not there. So let's go back to Edit, Preference. Let's change this back. Now, what I did, it wasn't Blender, it was me. I didn't press the Enter key. Now, the Enter key, you see that nav is there. Now I'm going to come on out of there, and here is the Nav tab. Click there, and then from here we can press on or click on 3D navigation. Now, here's the cool part. I'm going to click this to the pan and orbit. Here's the cool part. Now, from here, visually, I could be working over here, and I can quickly just click on front, back, right, left, top, bottom, right? And there's some other things here. You can do the pan down. You can do the orbit down, zoom in, zoom out. Now, obviously, using your mouse, the zoom is a lot more quicker. And some people are going to say, well, you know what, the keyboard shortcuts are wicked. I get it. But if you are like me and you find this to be a little more enjoyable, then there you go. There is some nice 3D navigation, visual navigation that allows you to do these things real quick instead of coming over and pressing some keys on your keyboard. I honestly think that a combination of the two is the best. There's certain things that if you have them on screen, it's just quicker. It's like click, click. And then there's certain things that are going to be a lot faster, like on the mouse scroll wheel is a whole lot faster to do the whole zoom in and zoom out. This is just my opinion, though. This is not the end all be all. You do as you want to. You grown. You know what I mean? This is how I do it. So you do it the way that you want to do it. It's all good. And that's the one thing that's great about open source community and the way that they do things. It's all about you customizing it to the way that you want it to be. Now, if I can just get that quad view to be customizable so I can set it the way I want to be, boom. In any case, I hope that you guys like this video. Please check out some more stuff that I've done, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.
Cause you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away.